Yo, man, y'all gotta stop hating on Wizards Jordan, because first of all, my man was out there getting buckets, number one. He took the Wizards to the playoffs, which, like, as y'all can see, that ain't going too well right now. But also, yo, without Wizards Jordan, y'all don't have those cool gray 11s y'all love so much. You know them 17s that's in the Wizards colorway and that blue and white? Y'all like those too. Y'all like those too. And we got these Wizards 3s now. Come on, man. Put some respect on Wizards Jordan. I know that y'all are just not, y'all don't care about Washington, D.C. It's fine. I get it. I understand. But look, Wizards Jordan, that man was the truth. He was the truth on and off the court.
And he dropped 40.
And he dropped 40 on bad knees. I was watching that man with ice packs on his knees. What's good, family? It's your boy Sykes, and you are looking live at another episode of Special Delivery. And today we have the Wizards Jordan 3s on tap. And I'm not gonna let y'all disrespect Wizards Jordan no more after today, because this is the biggest Wizards win since forever. Y'all, like, I'm a Wizards fan. Y'all know I'm a Wizards fan. This shoe, I feel like, was made for me, and so I'm very glad that we have it on the show right now. And I'm gonna make y'all put some respect on this man Jordan, because listen, y'all don't like to talk about his Wizards era, and I get it. He was old, he had ice packs on his knees or whatever, but he was still pretty good, and the shoes was pretty good too. So we gonna take a look at these joints, talk a little bit about that Wizards Jordan era, and then, you know, we gonna talk about some of the colorways that he gave us of his sneakers too, because there's some pretty good stuff there that y'all kind of overlook. So without further ado, let's dive into it. All right, let's see what these Johns hitting on, man. Let's take a look. Yeah, man. Y'all need to put some respect on these Wizards, man. I'm telling you, this is a nice colorway, man. It's OG, and I feel very old saying that because I grew up watching the Wizards when they were wearing these colors. So if this is OG, then what does that make me? Okay. Janelle just called me old. I'm gonna just keep it pushing. As you can see, man, we got this Wizards blue right here in this midsole mudguard area right here. It's painted on, and it looks really nice. It's really clean on top of the rest of this shoe, man. You got the elephant print right here on the back heel and also on the toe right here, which I think it looks really nice. There are things that you could critique about this elephant print, but I feel like everybody complains about elephant print on threes, and like, they're Jordan 3s, y'all. The print's never gonna be the greatest, and so you kind of just gotta accept that. You do get really quality leather on these joints on the upper here. As you can see, it just looks really nice, really smooth, really buttery. You also have the white lace right here. You got these gold rings around it, which matches that Wizards gold. You go up, you see you got more elephant print surrounding these aglets right here. You get to the top of the tongue, you got that gold Jumpman logo, which looks really, really nice on this shoe. Go to the back heel. On the pull tab, you have that Jumpman logo right there, which kind of makes sense. It's different from the reimagined Jordan 3s that had the Nike Air on it, but I think this makes a little bit more sense here because when Jordan played for the Wizards, we had Jordan Brand by that time. Remember, it started in '97. And so this is that time where you would get the Jumpman Air logo on Jordan sneakers. So it makes sense for it to be here on this 3, considering the era. You go to the outsole here, you see you got that gold, gray, and white matching those Wizards colors. You got that gold up here in the forefoot, right here in the midfoot heel area, and then you got the gray kind of everywhere else. The splash of white right there. This is a really nice quality shoe, man. I really like this joint. I didn't expect the quality to be so nice, to be completely honest with you, especially considering the fact that, like, this is Jordan's more unsung era of his playing career. Obviously, people don't really acknowledge it as much as I think they should, but that's because I'm a Wizards fan. So I think this is really good. The only question is, like, what jersey am I going to cop to kind of go with this? I would go with the Jordan jersey, but I feel like that's a little bit too easy. So I kind of gotta figure that part out, but I'm gonna get it. But speaking of Michael Jordan and his Wizards era, I feel like it's underrated at this point. Yes, it was hilarious back then, but I feel like it's underrated now. And I want to talk a little bit about that. So let's dive into it. So the thing about the Wizards Jordan era is that, yes, it was completely ridiculous. Like, this is Michael Jordan coming out of retirement another time to play for the Washington Wizards, which, like, automatically doesn't make that much sense. But it was a really fun time, y'all, especially for me as a young Wizards fan. Like, seeing Michael Jordan on this team was pretty incredible. And the thing was, the Wizards were actually pretty good, or at least better than they had actually been in a long time. Now, look, the team didn't actually make the playoffs. I thought that they did coming into today because I choose to remember this time more fondly than I probably should. But they were still really good. Jordan came back and he was awesome. Some fun facts about Wizards Jordan. He is the oldest player in NBA history to score 40 points. He became the oldest player in NBA history to score 50 points. And he also, in that final season that he played all 82 games of the year, which is pretty incredible considering the fact that, like, yo, the dude was old as dirt. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, Michael Jordan probably should not have been playing basketball at the time, but he did it anyway, man. And it was just a really nice time to be a Wizards fan. Like, people respected the Wizards again. And it wasn't because they were the Wizards or that this team was competent or competitive. It was because simply they had Michael Jordan, and you had to respect Michael Jordan because he was still out here getting buckets on your favorite players, man. Like, that's pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. And I honestly do not feel like, this is why Jordan is my GOAT, man, because I don't feel like there's any other player that could do this. Like, you retire one time, come back, win 3 titles, retire again, and then come back and play really good basketball on this really bad team. Like, look, man, say what you want about the era. Yes, he broke Kwame Brown. No, it did not end well. It ended with Michael Jordan driving back to Chicago in this nice car, and, like, the Washington Post columns about it were crazy at the time. I remember reading them, and it is what it is. Like, I'm totally fine with that. But the times that we did have were incredibly fun. The basketball was fun. The fact that the Wizards almost made the playoffs was really, really cool too, which is more than I can say about the team right now because it's not even particularly close. But yeah, man, I really look back fondly on this Wizards Jordan era because it was good. It was good. It was a fun time. You know what else was good? The sneakers that came with it, as you can see. Let's dive into these joints. So, yes, the basketball was fun, but the sneakers were also incredibly fun. I mean, look, the Wizards era, say what you want about it, we got some really nice Jordan colorways, man. We got the Wizards Jordan 3 PE that was really cool. We got the cool gray 11s that were dope. We got the 17s that were dope in that Wizards color. And that was the other thing about it, man. Like, this was a time where we had Jordan who had just done this whole Jordan brand thing, but he also wasn't necessarily out there wearing a lot of the sneakers. Like, you're not gonna find Jordan in that 15 or 16 very often because he wasn't playing in the league at the time that the shoes actually dropped. So when he came back, this gave us a chance to see some really impressive colorways of sneakers that we hadn't seen before. And so from a sneaker culture standpoint, like, I think it obviously doesn't touch the Chicago colorways of the Jordan sneakers, but I feel like the Wizards era, it has some real gems that came with it. And I really think that it's cool to see Jordan Brand kind of calling back to this time and appreciating it a little bit more. It gives you a little bit of the insight that I feel like has been missing on the history of Michael Jordan outside of that Bulls era, going into his ownership time, going into where he's at with the Wizards right now. And I hope that they do a lot more of this. Obviously, we've gotten cool gray 11s before, so that's not like a super big deal, but I just need them to dive into that Wizards history a little bit more because there's some really good stuff there. There's some really good gems there. And if Jordan Brand taps into it, then I think they'll make a lot of money off of it. But anyway, fam, that's a wrap for this episode of Special Delivery. I'm your boy Sykes, and this is the Wizards Jordan 3. We'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.